Hello. I'm here in New York City, and I just attended a wonderful dinner with Laura and Eric Trump. And I spoke to them concerning the nation of Armenia, which is the oldest Christian nation, became a Christian nation in 301 by the evangelist St. Gregor Lusavich. And it was evangelized by the apostles St. Bartholomew and Thaddeus, and even the apostle Thomas and Ananias, who baptized Paul. Has amazing Christian history. The oldest Christian churches are there, and the first people as a nation to say yes to Jesus are there. So I'm doing everything I can in my power to really be a advocate for the nation and to do whatever I can do to see that Armenia gets the help and the support that it needs. I'm working tirelessly. I've been up since about 6 a.m. doing this very thing, and I've been doing it for 4 years. So I'm continually advocating on behalf of this nation and trying to raise support for this nation and help them out and do whatever I can do. At the same time, I'm fighting the good fight here in the United States for the United States. I want to see that the USA is protected and secure, that the southern border is built and is strong, that the migrants are deported back to their respective countries. I want to see America made great again. If you guys just give me a minute, I'm going to share this out with some people. Hopefully we can get some more people watching. But you need to be praying for this nation, the nation of Armenia. You need to be praying for its people. They are under threat, total annihilation, a threat of total annihilation. Azerbaijan has rewritten these maps because Azerbaijan wants to create a new Azerbaijan, which includes Armenia, and they want to call it Western Azerbaijan. They want to take the territory and the land for itself, and Turkey wants a Turkic communist state. They want a Ottoman Empire, but with a government of communism and Tayyip Erdogan being the caliph. That's what they want ultimately. That's what we're fighting against. I'm going to continue to share this out a little bit. You guys bear with me. I want to make sure everybody gets to be a part of this. Okay. So, thank you for waiting. So this fight has to be fought on every single front. We have to fight it in the spiritual realm. We have to fight it in the political realm. We have to speak to congressmen, to senators, to our elected officials to change America's stance concerning Armenia, to stop the tax dollars that are being given to Azerbaijan from continually being given to Azerbaijan. We have to end the United States funding of the massacre of Armenia. It's the United States tax dollars which have funded the Nagorno-Karabakh war between Azerbaijan and Armenia. And so there's a lot of trickery going on here. And there's a lot of Armenians that are just, they're completely mortified, shocked, and appalled here in the United States because so many of our congressmen and senators, our elected officials, have yet to recognize the Armenian genocide. They don't speak about it. They deny it even. There's a lot of corruption in Washington, D.C., and there's many lobbying groups that work tirelessly day and night, as much as I'm working, to stop the advancement of the Armenian nation, to keep it from existing. They're working very, very hard. It's not just Turkey's aspiration, but it's also the United States' aspiration to keep Armenia down. Not collectively, not in whole, but these certain mobs, these certain mafias within DC that are working to oppress the Armenian nation. And it's sickening. It's unbelievably sickening. But these mafia groups, they work in tandem with these lobbying groups to keep Armenia from ever being secure. They want to destabilize the nation of Armenia. They work collectively against the government of Armenia, and they put people within the government of Armenia as well. There are CIA operatives working within the Armenian government, as there are KGB operatives working within the Armenian government. And the entire government is under threat as well. And there are people in the government that know that. They know that there's usurpers, there are spies, there are all kinds of stuff going on in this nation, because the nation of Armenia is a very strategic nation, geopolitically speaking. While it doesn't have anything advantageous to offer, like oil or gas or any of these things, it does offer a piece of land, which is a very strategic piece of land, geopolitically speaking. And what Israel has done is Israel has shaken hands with the devils of Turkey and Azerbaijan, or some would say Azerbaijan, because they are liars and they have a great media propaganda. And what's happened is Israel's shaken hands with these devils, and they're selling them arms, they're selling them weapons, and they are working to defeat and annihilate the nation of Armenia. Israel is. So Israel funded Azerbaijan with weapons. They built up their military arsenal to destroy these Christians. The United States tax dollars went in the form of humanitarian aid to Azerbaijan. So Azerbaijan could use that money to then weaponize and build up their arsenal to destroy Armenian lives. So I have to be this exposer, this person in the halls of Congress and the Senate, and speak to all these political officials to tell them, hey, this corruption needs to stop. And I'm exposing it. I'm going to continue to expose it. And I know that puts a target on my back. And I know there's some laser beams on my head, but I'm going to continue to fight the good fight. No matter what happens to me, I'll continue to fight until I can't fight anymore. And even if I go down fighting for this nation, it will be worth it, because at the end of the day, I stood up for justice and righteousness, and I stood against oppressors, and I stood against oppression, and I stood up for the weak and the lowly, the meek and the lowly, the oppressed, widows and fatherless. I did what was really at the heart of Jesus, what is really at the heart of the kingdom of God. What really moves God's heart are those that take care of those who are oppressed and stand against oppression. That is all throughout the scriptures. So I will continue to stand up. I will continue to lift high the name of Jesus and continue to fight this battle. Okay. I pray that God blesses you guys, and that His Spirit stays with you. I pray that you guys share this live video with others, that it'll minister to them as well. This is my first time going live on YouTube, I think. I've gone live through streaming platforms that have streamed the live video on YouTube, but this is the first time I've ever gone live actually on YouTube. Make sure to share this out. I pray that this blesses you, and I ask you to stand with me. I ask you to come together and stand with me in fighting for the oldest Christian nation, the nation of Armenia. We can do this together, and I can't do it without you. I need your help. And if you want to get involved, financially, we need funds to do what we're doing. It takes a lot of money to drive, to fly out to DC, to drive out to DC, to do all the things that we're doing. Right now, we're in New York. We're going to Trump Tower today. Yesterday, we were with Laura and Eric Trump, and we spoke to them concerning these issues. And they seem to be very resolute in getting behind the Armenians, which is really, really cool. Even Eric Trump said that Trump and many of the Trump family have a lot of Armenian friends, which was really cool. I'm going to continue to pray, and I need you guys to pray. It costs money. If you want to know how to give, you can just send me a message. We have PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, all that kind of stuff, Zelle. But we need your help, because we cannot continue to afford to do this advocacy without your help. We have a menial income as it is, and so we're expending everything that we can to help these Armenian people. So any help is definitely welcomed. And I ask you to pray for the nation of Armenia. Pray that God blesses them and takes care of them and protects them, protects the Armenian people. 120,000 Christians have lost their land in Artsakh, have been ethnically cleansed from that land. The oldest churches are now being dismantled or destroyed by Azerbaijan, and the history is being wiped out. So pray for them, pray for me as I continue to fight the good fight. May God bless you all.